WWE's decision to make Jade Cargill the women's champion has been the subject of a lot of discussion, and if you really want to understand the true reason behind it, this breakdown will make everything clear. In fact, much of what explains this choice comes directly from the comments of a highly respected Hall of Famer, Booker T, whose perspective helps clarify why this move happened and why it matters. Jade Cargill is still radiating star power as she holds the women's championship. Her victory shook up Friday nights in a major way, and honestly, this shakeup had felt like something WWE had been building toward for quite some time. Many viewers believed this moment should have happened earlier, but despite delays and obstacles, WWE finally made the call that many felt was inevitable and long overdue. Back in late 2024 and early 2025, WWE already had internal plans for Jade Cargill to win the Women's Championship. Everything was lining up for her push. Unfortunately, a neck injury derailed those original plans, forcing Jade to the sidelines and leading WWE to shift direction. With Jade unavailable, WWE decided to put the championship on Tiffany Stratton instead. Tiffany cashed in Money in the Bank, captured the title, defended it against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, and ended up having one of the strongest and most defining years of her career. What was meant to be Jade's breakthrough run essentially became Tiffany's breakout year. And all of that happened because Jade's injury changed the company's trajectory. Despite the setback, everything eventually found its balance. Jade returned and launched into a fun and surprisingly impactful feud with Naomi. Ironically, the feud elevated Naomi even more than it did Jade. Naomi's character transformation during this rivalry helped her connect with fans in a completely new way. It eventually pushed Naomi to her own major milestone, winning the Women's World Championship. She later had to vacate the title due to pregnancy, but the storyline and character growth she gained through the feud with Jade were undeniable. Meanwhile, Jade picked up victories and started rebuilding her momentum as a singles star. WWE then steered her into the spotlight by having her win Queen of the Ring. The build-up to the tournament and her rivalry with Tiffany around that time helped re-establish Jade's presence on the roster. But after that stretch, WWE reassessed what direction her character needed. They made the choice to turn her heel, deciding that this shift would allow her to thrive better within the division. From there, she captured the Women's Championship, and the rest of her current run unfolded naturally. This is where Booker T's comments become important. On his Hall of Fame podcast, which I follow every week, he spoke about Jade's win at Saturday night's main event and offered direct insight that explains why WWE placed the title on her. He addressed the people who doubted her potential, and he made a point that perfectly sets up the real reason behind WWE's decision. He asked what critics could possibly say now, emphasizing that he had predicted from day one that Jade would become a major superstar who could break records. Now, with her holding the championship, he believes she is proving exactly that. Booker then continued, explaining that Jade's rise is only beginning. He called her a star, a megastar, and everything WWE could possibly want in a top talent. According to him, she embodies what World Wrestling Entertainment looks for in a performer. He congratulated her again publicly, noting that he had already congratulated her privately, and said this moment is only the start of what she will accomplish. He believes this new chapter represents the early stages of her career reaching new heights. Then he touched on something extremely significant, her steep learning curve. He is absolutely correct, and this is the very heart of why WWE felt confident enough to put the title on her. It is why she attracted interest from both AEW and WWE before she ever signed with either company. It is not simply about her skills in the ring, though those have steadily improved. It is about the undeniable presence she brings to the table. Jade looks like a star, presents herself like a star, and carries herself like a star. That instinctive reaction she creates in people is rare. Some performers make audiences stop in their tracks the moment they appear, and Jade is one of the few who can do that. That level of star power is exactly the type of quality that WWE invests in. Drew McIntyre has spoken in the past about how many wrestlers do not fit the visual or character standard that WWE expects from its roster. He said that a lot of talent, both male and female, simply don't look like stars or like people who belong on a WWE stage. Audiences, he argued, aren't tuning in to see someone who resembles their next-door neighbor. Fans want to see larger-than-life figures, people who demand attention through their presence, promos, character work, and athletic ability. Wrestlers who cannot command the screen in that way often struggle to connect with viewers. This is where Jade stands out, even if she isn't the world's most technically refined wrestler. Nobody mistakes her for being the best in-ring performer on the planet. But technical mastery is not the only thing that draws fans in. Jade has charisma and visual impact. For many people, the moment she steps into a frame, whether on television or at a live show, your eyes immediately focus on her. She has a unique combination of strength, style, and presence. And in a media landscape flooded with content, streaming platforms, sports, online entertainment, and endless competition for attention, having even one performer who makes viewers stop scrolling is invaluable. That ability is the foundation of WWE's decision to sign her, call her up immediately to the main roster, bypass NXT, and push her the moment she arrived. It explains why they paired her with Bianca Belair, made them women's tag champions, showcased her heavily, and then built her eventually toward a singles championship run. WWE saw Jade as someone worth investing in from the moment she signed her contract, and that investment is now paying off. This is also why the company sees her as someone who can carry their programming through the rest of 2025 and into early or even mid-2026. Triple H's booking philosophy has shown a clear preference for long title reigns with real weight and significance behind them. It makes sense that Jade would receive similar treatment. She fits the mold of a dominant champion with a long-term storyline plan in place. Whether fans love her or doubt her, she sparks strong reactions, and strong reactions are exactly what WWE wants. Before Booker finished his comments, he added something important. He reiterated that Jade still has more to learn and that the learning curve never ends in wrestling. Even the greatest performers continue growing. Booker praised Jade for being willing to evolve and for not allowing negative voices or online critics to throw her off her path. Social media is full of people who dislike for the sake of disliking, and Booker emphasized that Jade has done well ignoring the noise and focusing on her career. I agree with a lot of what he said. He veered off track a bit as he read through the transcript, but his point remained clear. Jade's growth, potential, and presence make her a unique asset to WWE, and the company knows it. I've always been vocal and optimistic about Jade's trajectory. Her run is developing exactly how many people expected it to once she got the chance to shine. All the pieces, her look, charisma improvement, and star appeal have come together. That is the real reason WWE chose her. It wasn't a random decision, nor was it based on short-term thinking. It was the culmination of everything she represents and everything she is capable of becoming.